culture and reminds us that sovereignty begins at home. Closing June 6th, don't miss your chance to experience this powerful exhibition. Plan your visit today at allmyrelationsarts.org.
Move up in a new career. Metro Transit is hiring bus drivers with paid training, great benefits, and starting pay at $29 plus per hour. No CDL? Metro Transit will help you get one. This is your chance to build a stable career while making a real impact in your community, connecting people where they need to go every day. Move up with Metro Transit. Learn more by visiting metrotransit.org. Again, that's metrotransit.org.
Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. For a meal that feeds your soul and health, check out Gatherings Cafe. Located in the renovative Minneapolis American Indian Center, Executive Chef Vernon Defoe and team serve up incredible indigenous flavors. Gatherings Cafe has amazing bison tacos featuring lean protein from native wise, corn tortillas, and homemade sides. It's fresh, local food rooted in ancestral knowledge. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. That's Gatherings Cafe, where tradition meets innovation.
Maintaining our health, particularly our heart health, is very important to us as a family.
Your heart gives you time with family, time with community, time to pass down what matters. Protecting your heart helps keep those moments alive. A visit with a healthcare provider can be one step toward a healthier future. Learn more at hennepincounty.gov/hearts-beats. Your heart health is essential because your heart beats for generations.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for cloudy skies tonight with a low around 64, Saturday partly sunny with a high near 87, and Sunday sunny with a high around 85. Skip the cooking tonight and get your next meal from one of our great Eat Local Minnesota restaurants and food purveyors. They're locally owned, which means your money stays in Minnesota. They feature high-quality food from classic American eats to food from around the world. Find a full list of all of our restaurants and food purveyors at eatlocalminnesota.com.
Good day to be indigenous.
They are going to become more brutal.
Because all the hippies were trying to be Indians anyway.
They're going to become more repressive because it's a matter of dollars and their illusionary concepts of power.
Hey, Victor.
We must live in balance with the earth.
And also with recent happenings at Wounded Knee.
I am awake. Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, Kadagi to all my friends and relatives in four directions. You are listening to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Robert Pilot. Hey, we discuss local, national, Native news and events, and as you know, Native issues are human issues, and human issues are Native issues. Hey, we are really excited to have State Senator Mary Kunesh on. Great to see you. I saw you earlier today. Great weather, great crowd, and thanks again for coming on Native Roots Radio.
Hamatakiapa. Yeah, it was lovely seeing you in person this morning. The event, the grand opening of Wakantipi, was nothing short of stupendous, if you ask me. There were so many people there. I think I heard that at least 700 people had registered to attend, and we were parking in the fields. We were parking on the side of the streets. They were busing folks in, and just an incredible lineup of folks to speak. I really, and I sincerely mean this, I could have sat there all day if it wasn't for the heat, and listening to each and every one of the speakers. They had just something unique to add to the situation and to the work that Maggie Lorenz and her team have done. And yeah, it was fabulous.
I'm really glad they mentioned people like Jane Prince. I didn't see her there. Did you by any chance? Because she was city council member in that area for many years and really, really supported Maggie and Wakantipi. And I just want to give her a shout out too.
Yeah, I didn't see her. Like I said, the crowd was so huge that I'm sure there were many, many people there that I would have loved to have greeted. Unfortunately, I had to scoot out after the speeches, but those that were there, were everybody was just so excited and so proud of the site.
Well, and I believe your sister was a board member years ago, if not still, and it's amazing how far they've come. They've really had this vision of having a place for Native Americans to gather, and Dakota people really led the way along with Maggie Lorenz.
Yep. I mean, so I've been in the state legislature for 10 years. And the very first year that I was elected, the two local House members, because I was elected into the Minnesota House, both of them said to me, you need to meet Maggie Lorenz, and she needs your help on this. We're happy to help. We've been helping as much as we can, but because you're Lakota, you should be working on this with her. And so Maggie and I met. She was inspirational. And I really was so proud to jump on board and do what I could to secure funding through state bonding dollars.
Yeah.
But also, to follow along on the planning and the vision, and to watch it evolve into what it is has been nothing short of just like really and truly miraculous.
It is, and it's such a beautiful building. I got to say this too, before I retired from teaching, which I guess is over 5 years ago, we and a bunch of our Native students went down there and planted the berries and sage, and I can't remember what else, but I know that's been going on for years, and it's really taking hold down there.
Mhm.
And it's exciting to see. It's just amazing, and what a beautiful building too.
The building is just lovely. I have a feeling they will grow out of it very quickly. But where it's located along the back is just all windows. So it's, that big room is all windows, and you can watch trains come and go, which is actually kind of relaxing. I was there one day and was just sort of mesmerized by it. But it's surrounded by like prairie, what looks like prairie, and then a little bit of woodlands, and then you've got the river right there and the bluffs right behind. It is such a lovely little site, which is probably why our Dakota ancestors chose that as a sacred site. And I'm just really glad that we're going to be able to honor them in the revitalization and the restoration and the preservation of that site. So for people who don't understand what we're talking about, Wakan Tipi, it's a newly reestablished Dakota site that had been taken over by the railroad, by bootleggers, by the homeless over hundreds of years. And it was just a kind of a wasteland, a garbage pit.
Right.
And it was also part of the Phelan Creek system that empties into the Mississippi, and that creek had been covered up. What do they call that? Had been
I don't know, but they call it daylighting.
Yeah.
The opposite of that.
Yep. So they're trying to daylight the creek because it was covered in order to be able to build on it and create roads. And now it's slowly, very slowly, and very intentionally and very beautifully being restored. And this center will have programming. It will be a place for us to meet. And as Elder Lapointe pointed out, if there are events or sacred ceremonies that people would like to hold, this would be an appropriate place for that. They buried the buffalo heart this morning, and it was just lovely. It was just lovely.
Yeah, and not only is there, like you said, they might grow out of it pretty soon, but there's areas around the building too. That's a fire pit and a place where people pray, and there was intentional things that the architect did too that you could see out of the windows in different directions, and it's just amazing. I was down there before the building, but this is the first time I've seen the building and the whole setup, and I was just like, wow. And then, like you said, 800 people there. That really blew my mind too. As you know, I was emceeing, so I got a little nervous there. Oh, wow.
Yes. And it wasn't all Indigenous people. There
No.
were so many non-Native folks there, and lots of call outs for those that had the inspiration to turn it over to the Dakota people that had kind of been, I don't know, preserving it, holding it in a spot until it was the right time to pass it over. I have to say a shout out to Mary Louise Defender, Dakota elder that is from the Standing Rock Nation. She is a really, really good friend with my auntie out in Standing Rock, and I was just out there this past weekend for my auntie's birthday, and I said, "Well, where's Mary Louise? How is she missing your birthday?" And they said, "Oh, she's out and about. She's got things to do." And lo and behold, there she was today. And it was lovely to see her and hear her wisdom as well.
Well, just amazing. And we got less than a minute here. If you want to go tend to the young one, I'll talk us out of this.
Okay. I'm going to go grab those boys. I'll be back.
Right on. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. And we were here with State Senator Mary Kunesh, and we're talking about the grand opening of Wakan Teepee. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. This, again, is Native Roots Radio.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Heart health is more than just the physical well-being. It represents like a foundation of vitality, resilience, and the ability to live fully.
Your heart carries stories of resilience, love, and survival. Caring for your heart means honoring yourself and the generations before and after you. It means protecting your ability to gather, laugh, and be present. Learn more about your heart health at hennepincounty.gov/heart-beats, because your story matters and your heart beats for generations.
This is Chase Iron Eyes announcing a new show on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota, powered by Native Roots Radio. The show is called Native American Patriot Talk Radio. What will we do on the show? We are going to explore and dive into the source of American constitutional sovereignty, the intersection of Native American and legal issues. Find us the first and third Tuesday of every month at 6 p.m. on AM 950.
Hey, it's Robert Pilot from Native Roots Radio. For a meal that feeds your soul and health, check out Gatherings Cafe. Located in the renovated Minneapolis American Indian Center, Executive Chef Vernon Defoe and team serve up incredible indigenous flavors. Gatherings Cafe has amazing bison tacos featuring lean protein from native wise, corn tortillas, and homemade sides. It's fresh, local food rooted in ancestral knowledge. Stop by for breakfast or lunch. That's Gatherings Cafe, where tradition meets innovation.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot. Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Native Roots Radio, and we are with our friend State Senator Mary Kunesh out of Minnesota, just talking about the beautiful day it was for Wakan Teepee in the state, and a lot going on this weekend. I know the Republicans up in Duluth are having their delegates going up there, and then the Democrats are down in Rochester, and I'll be there for the weekend. Trying to push people more progressive. So that'll be my job. But a lot going on too up here in the cities, State Senator. I know there's some things happening at the U.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And I am actually not going to make it down there for the convention because I had some prior commitments that I really felt I needed to abide by. But good folks like you are going to be down there, and others doing the good work, asking hard questions of those candidates down there, and representing the Indigenous viewpoint. I think that's really super important, and I'm glad that you're going to be down there. But yes, tomorrow I'm going to go over to the University of Minnesota on their St. Paul campus on the ag side. And there is the reestablishment. We just talked about the reestablishment of sacred lands at Wakantipi. Tomorrow is the reestablishment of the Four Directions Medicine Garden at the University of Minnesota. And again, a lot of people don't know that this really ever existed. Mm-hmm. But there's a garden there that has kind of gone by the side and has not been cared for in the best way. And so we're going to go back and we're going to bless it and make sure that it's ready to receive, that Mother Earth is ready to receive the seeds and then replant this garden. And it's traditionally built in the circle like the medicine wheel, with the sweetgrass on the north. That's the white. Tobacco at the east. That's the yellow. The cedar is in the south. That's the red. And then sage to the west. And that's the black. And this Four Directions Medicine Garden was a healing space that was created by an elder quite a bit of time ago, Elder June Blue Binsil Iqui. She's the Thunderbird woman. And she put it together to support the Indigenous viewpoint. She's an Anishinaabe Ojibwe elder from White Earth Nation. And she certainly understood medicines and plantings, and her goal was to curate a really holistic healing space that was full of cultural and medicinal native plants. And it really, for a long time, it served as a spiritual space for the community and a place for people to learn. And so while I don't know if it'll be exactly mirroring what was there before, I am really excited to go over there and help. I'm going to take my two little darling granddaughters over and help do whatever they need to get all those plants into the ground and support them in any way. I don't live far from there, so I expect I will be over there helping if we are going to weed or water or whatever the case may be. But that's how I'm going to plan to spend my morning.
Do you know what kind of seeds they're using? Are they using old seeds, or how? Because I know there's a big thing about saving the old seeds from way back. Do you know what kind of seeds they used for that garden? I
don't know for sure what they will be using tomorrow, but I would be surprised if it wasn't like natural historic seeds. And, the U of M does a lot with agriculture and genoming plants to create, the most tasty, juicy apples and things like that. But in this instance, I am like 100% certain that will not be the case, and we'll be using those natural seeds that have been preserved for generations upon generations.
Yeah, because I always know that there's kind of I can go to my tribe once a year and I think I can get like corn from them. And so that's the seeds and it's the old school corn too. But they also have different seeds that are stashed away that they're preserving too. And I was just curious about that.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that the U of M probably has a really good collection. So these are some good questions for me to ask tomorrow, and I will find out and report back to everyone. But just this spring, I was gifted a little jar of Indian corn, all different colored. I can hardly wait to get some of that in the ground. And I have some native tobacco seeds that were gifted to me. And so, those are some of the things that I'd like to start working on. And of course, you have the Three Sisters plantings with the beans and the squash and the corn.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and also it sounds like you're busy, and we talk about your job as a state senator being a part-time job, but it's a full-time job, a part-time pay. What is your summer going to look like here? And I know it's kind of hot already, and it's only, the end of May.
Yeah. Yes, we finished up on the 19th of this month, and I had a few days. My daughter got her business off to a really rock and rolling start. So that was great. And then I drove out to Standing Rock to see my family, and my auntie, Patty Kelly, had her 90th birthday.
Wow.
So they had a party out there. So spent a few days out there, came back and jumped right back into things. I passed a constitutional amendment that will be on the ballot in the fall. And so we need to put together a campaign to inform and educate people. When it's on the ballot, you have to fill in that yes box. Otherwise, it counts as a no, automatic no. So we have to get that. I worked on that this week. I am the chair of a Midwest State Legislative Conference with 11 different state legislators, bipartisan, 11 different states and 4 provinces from Canada will be coming to St. Paul over the fair during the fair time. I got them to schedule it during the fair.
Bring them down to Native Roots Trading Post.
Oh yes, I will. I will do that. I'll tell them you get a special. I'll make a passport and they have to go there and get it stamped or something.
Oh, cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I have to get that ready to go. I am, of course, running for re-election. So I have to get my campaign up and going. And then, I got all these sweet little grandkids I want to hang out with. So a few conferences here and there. That'll be my summer.
Wow, that's great. And then state senators, is that 6 years or 4 years? I can't remember.
4 years. State representatives are 2-year seats, and then the Senate is 4 years. So that's really a relief for me that if I get reelected, and I'm pretty confident I have a really good district, and I think they like the work that I've done.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my 10th year here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, two campaigns in the House, 2 campaigns in the Senate. So I'm hoping this will be another 4 years. I have a few more things that I'd like to get done before we finish up.
That's excellent. And I know we got to keep our eyes out too now for who's coming in after us, whether it's taking over the circle or Native Roots Radio or a state senator or a representative, because we got a couple of representatives leaving that are Native American too.
Yes. I mean, we've lost Heather Keeler this year.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we still have Representative Koslowski and Representative Buck.
Yeah.
But should anything happen to me, I mean, there's nobody else there, kind of advocating like I do or I can. I'm sure there will be somebody that will step up in the Senate, but it really helps to have somebody that understands the conditions that this legislation that we put forward that really benefit the Indigenous people makes a difference. Like we just got some land back for Red Lake.
Yeah.
And when I tried to do that to get, that part of the lake returned, oh my gosh.
Oh, geez.
Yep. It, hit the fan. So they weren't quite ready for that. And so there are many instances when very controversial actions, like just saying that wild rice has inherent rights to live and thrive in Minnesota. Can put people through the roof.
Yeah.
And it takes a few years of talking about it, messaging it, educating people on it. They hear it enough times, maybe they start to understand it. And that's a big part of our job.
Well, and the interesting thing too is when that was all in the beginning in talking about that, about Red Lake, I had people reach out to you, and they were saying, we've been there for 2 generations, you know, and I said, well, the native people aren't going to do what the white people did to them and kick them out of their homes. But I just thought, I kind of chuckled to myself too. And they said, well, we've been there, living there for 2 generations. And I'm going, dang, we've been here for thousands of years, you know?
Yeah. And it was interesting because people that were upset with that legislation said, well, those are our neighbors. You know, we're neighbors with the indigenous. I coach their kids. This and that. I'm like, what has changed?
Right.
What has changed? Nothing.
Wow. Well, hey, thank you so much for jumping on and doing the show. You're running around and you got your grandkids. Really, really appreciate all your insight, and have a great, great weekend.
You too.
Thank you. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. We'll be back right after this short break. Please stay with us. Ho! Support comes from the Walker Arts Center. Warmer weather, sunny skies, summer is here. At the Walker, this means mini golf is open on the rooftop. Artist-led activations return to the hillside, and the cinema has a series of curated films. It's the perfect time to visit. Gallery admissions are free every Thursday night and free every day for members and citizens of tribal nations. Learn more at walkerart.org/summer.
Time is running out to experience Uchi Said So at All My Relations Arts in Minneapolis. This powerful exhibition by Daniel Seawalker shares Native stories rooted in collective identity, generational knowledge, and teachings passed down through community. Through bold portraits and vibrant color, the work honors the significance of grandmothers in Native culture and reminds us that sovereignty begins at home. Closing June 6th, don't miss your chance to experience this powerful exhibition. Plan your visit today at allmyrelationsarts.org.
We are your relatives,
We are your relations,
brothers,
sisters,
sons.
daughters.
And some of us are your grandchildren.
We are your community. Historically, we held places of honor and respect. Because of the impact of colonization, some of us are rejected, thrown out from family, friends, and community, set up as targets for sexual violence, sex trafficked, humiliated, tortured, and murdered. Everybody has the right to be safe. We are your relatives. Remember,
Homophobia is not traditional.
Sponsored by the Minnesota Indian Women's Sexual Assault Coalition.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Programming is supported in part by Health Partners. If you're age 65 plus and qualify for medical assistance, you may also qualify for Health Partners Minnesota Senior Health Options. This all-in-one plan bundles Medicare, medical assistance, prescription drug coverage, and dental coverage into one simple $0 premium plan that also includes $0 medical copays. In addition to saving money, you can get lots of extra benefits and perks, like a dedicated care coordinator, up to $400 each year in rewards for preventative screenings, transportation, a fitness club membership, and more. This can help you live safely and healthy and independently. If you're a senior on a budget, transportation assistance can be huge. Plus, who couldn't use an extra $400 these days? Eligibility information is available at healthpartners.com/oneplan. Health Partners is a health plan that contracts with both Medicare and the Minnesota Medical Assistance Medicaid program to provide benefits of both programs to enrollees. Enrollment in Health Partners depends on contract renewal.
Move up in a new career. Metro Transit is hiring bus drivers with paid training, great benefits, and starting pay at $29 plus per hour. No CDL? Metro Transit will help you get one. This is your chance to build a stable career while making a real impact in your community, connecting people where they need to go every day. Move up with Metro Transit. Learn more by visiting metrotransit.org. Again, that's metrotransit.org. With your AM 950 weather, I'm Brett Johnson. Look for cloudy skies tonight with a low around 64, Saturday partly sunny with a high near 87, and Sunday sunny with a high around 85. Step into the magic of The Wizard of Oz at Children's Theater Company, playing now through June 14th, featuring the beloved songs from the classic film, breathtaking stage magic, and a dog as real as Toto. Get your tickets today at childrenstheater.org. That's childrenstheater.org.
AM 950 KTNF, St. Louis Park, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
You're listening to Native Roots Radio. I'm Bobby Wilson. Witcha.
Welcome to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and I'm your host, Wakanja Hade. Hey, I should say welcome back. Hey, Wendy, a lot going on all over Turtle Island, and a lot of it affects us. And I just want to, again, wish you and our family a happy Native American Heritage Month. We've been talking about that all month, and you know, you have a Native name and you're married to a Native dude, so happy Native American Heritage Month.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. We both have colds.
No,
Both
I
coughing
just
a
have a
little
great
bit.
voice now. Hey, so there's a couple things going on. I want to remind everyone too that we moved the State Fair store to Dayton's, and we were at Dayton's in downtown Minneapolis for the holiday market.
Yeah, it's open now. So it's open every day
Yeah.
through Christmas. And we have a lot of nice stuff down there.
Yeah, definitely.
Homemade candles.
Yeah.
Wild rice.
Yeah.
We have some cards, some
T-shirts.
games.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
games from our friend Tony, and
Yeah.
those things sell like
Yeah,
hotcakes.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff down there. Check it out. We're in that room in the back, kind of. I can't remember the name of it. Used to be the
JB Hudson room.
JB Hudson, which was the famous jewelry store back there. So
Yeah, definitely. Hey, and tonight at 6:30 at the Guthrie, there's still tickets for Sean Sherman's. And this thing looks like it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a concert / comedy show / book opening.
at the Guthrie tonight.
Yeah.
Sean Sherman, he's the guy who
The
owns
sous chef who
Yeah.
owns Owamni, which is moving to the Guthrie.
Yeah, wow. Okay. What time is that now?
6:30.
6:30.
So there's
Okay.
tickets still available, so you can get down there, and it's in the big theater. Like, I've seen pictures of the
Oh.
rehearsal, and Deanna Standing Cloud will be emceeing along with Cook. She'll be emceeing too. But a lot going on. I think Bobby Wilson will be there. That's why I played that little bumper with old Bobby.
Yeah.
And I don't know, Wendy, you didn't know this, but when we interviewed him when he was at the Indian Center emceeing, he did not want to be called Robert because it was Robert Lilligren and me and him, and he likes Bobby better.
Oh, okay.
So hey, I can appreciate
I
that.
call you Bobby sometimes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Well,
So-
we have to mention my stuff at
I was
Southdale.
just going there right now
Okay, go
because
ahead.
I'm trying to
Mention
go in order of the days.
Okay.
So
This Thursday.
big market at Southdale, kind of done by the same people. And Southdale is owned by the Polads, like Dayton's is now. And Southdale was the first mall in America
I know,
ever.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, in 1956.
So the Southdale Mall is in Edina.
Edina.
And my artwork is going to be there.
Yes.
So I have a lot of artwork, and if you could imagine, my artwork is mostly animals.
It's all animals. Oh, you got some trees.
No, I have some other stuff
Yeah, you do.
besides animals, but most of it's animals. So.
Well, and then the price points are awesome too. And if you don't want the big canvas, go down to the next size. There's a framed and matted size, and then
Yeah.
also
Just a plain old matted size.
and then you know what I do?
Yeah.
I do the cards. So,
Yeah, the
and then
cards.
frame the
I
cards.
have 5x7 frameable greeting cards. Yeah, so I'm excited. We also have our wild rice down
Yeah.
there. I individually painted each bag that the rice come in.
Did you sign it?
I did. I initialed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I sat for hours and painted the bags.
That's your jam.
I know it is
That
my
is your
jam. I did enjoy doing that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, in years past, you drew a teepee on there.
Yeah, this
So-
way I came up with a different design this year. But yeah, I'm excited. It's kind of a little scary to put your stuff out there. But listen, you know what? Art is very subjective. I understand that. So, people will come and hopefully like my art and say, but how many people need, a cow hanging in their house? But it is a cute cow that I painted, I have to say. The chicken's my favorite.
Well, and then I like how the paintings that you painted for our grandchildren's room are out there too.
Yes.
And those babies love those two paintings. They point at them every day.
They do. So there's one of a giraffe. Well, we could talk about that maybe in the animal segment, but I have a giraffe, and the giraffe is with a zebra. And then I have an elephant who's with a lion on the other one. And yeah, the kids just we bring them in there and right away they point to the animals, and they're kind of learning which one's who, where's the elephant? And they'll point, but yeah, I had identical prints made 24 by 24. So those are at Southdale for
and that's opening up at 11 on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So we'll be out there with the kids.
I'm actually going to go there tomorrow evening to finish setting up, or tonight. I don't know.
It might be better tonight because I saw an email, but we'll talk about that during the commercial break.
Okay.
Well, before we get too far into the segment too, because there's other things going on at Minneapolis Institute of Art I want to talk about. I just want to give a shout out to our accountant. I know will be listening, Mike.
Yeah, Mike Rowan. He's awesome. If you need an accountant, give him a call. But he's really super busy. But he's really very, very super knowledgeable. He's available for phone calls during the year if you have a question. But call him first before you make a decision, so that you don't have to backtrack and owe money. So yeah, his name's his name's Mike Rowan. You could look him up. Where is he?
White Bear.
White Bear. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, but he travels around. But,
well, he's got an office.
Oh, that's
now.
right. He's got an office now.
He only comes to us because, well, we're a mess. But he does his magic, and maybe we can talk him into advertising on the show. He's been talking about that for 9 years.
He has. It's a deduction, Mike. Take it off as a business expense.
Exactly.
There you go.
And then spread the love around, because I know there's a bunch of people that we know that have him as an accountant.
Yeah. There we go. Some free advertisement from Mike Rowan.
Right on. Hey, Saturday coming up, the movie Indian Horse at Minneapolis Institute of Art, and I'll be emceeing that. That's 2:00, and we're gonna have Ajawak there, and he's the star, or one of the stars, but he's probably, I'd say, the main star. And it's based on a book, and it's really good. Came out a few years, and I know there's a few seats left. It's crazy. There's a lot of people interested in that and interested in meeting him, and we'll have a Q&A afterwards, and be a lot of fun.
That's exciting.
I've been saying too, I've been saying that, that, on the 29th, we're going to have Dr. Evan Adams, who played Thomas in Smoke Signals, and he'll be there, and
that's exciting.
That's going to be really fun. I'd love to meet him. And Wendy, one of the main reasons too is how he helps Indian country in Canada as a doctor. He's not only an iconic actor, especially with Smoke Signals, and there's a couple other movies that he's really iconic in, and he's been acting. Matter of fact, let me back up a second. He was in Indian Horse too.
Oh wow!
He played the counselor or something.
Okay.
But I remember Ajawak saying that he was shocked and to see him in makeup.
Wow.
Didn't realize he was going to be in the movie too. But
That's
well, that's 2 weeks of Dr. Evan Adams.
Yeah, awesome. That's great.
Yeah. So we got a couple more minutes here, and I don't know. I feel like I'm fading. My eyes are watering. My nose is leaking, and my voice sounds great.
I know. There's
What's going on here?
colds going around. Robert's been coughing and sneezing, and laying on the couch. So
I'll be doing that
but
after this next segment.
Made you some soup and a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, grilled cheese is good.
Well, it's vegan cheese.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to add to this? Southdale's coming up. Support local artists. I think we're looking around there. I think you're one of the only artists there. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people aren't set up fully yet, so I
Right.
didn't get to see their merchandise, but it's going to be awesome there.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Well, and
to have
Dayton's
this
is
stuff.
rocking.
Yeah,
down
downtown.
there.
Yeah, so the people who don't want to go downtown Minneapolis,
Right.
because a lot of people don't want to. I get it. It's
Right.
traffic and the parking and the ramp and whatever. But, that's fine. We go down there, no problem,
Right.
because we have our little routine and know our way around pretty well. But, so I'm so happy to have this opportunity at Southdale. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna
shout
be
out to Mitch.
exciting. Yeah. Mitch.
Really.
She's the curator of these different markets,
Yeah.
and
And
after
she talked you into
Southdale-
it, Wendy.
Yeah, she did. She followed me on Facebook and saw my art and said, "We need your art in Dayton." So I said, "Well, maybe not Dayton's, but Southdale. Let's just
Yeah.
do one. Let's just do one. Let's try Southdale." So that'll be exciting, and who knows? Maybe I'll do more markets, throughout the year.
We might have to
Maybe
after we talk to our accountant. He did mention those $99.
I know. Well, because he listens to the show, so he knows that I go to the Birds Unlimited store here on Ford Parkway in Highland Park, and I spent a lot of money there buying premium seeds and a heated bird bath, and I got my free bird feeder because I brought the other one in that was all broken, and it was a lifetime warranty, so they gave me a brand new one. So shout out to Birds Unlimited.
Yeah, great name too. They've been there for a long time.
They have, yeah. It's a really cute. So they have a cat that lives in the store.
Attacking the birds.
No, the cat's name is Raven.
Oh,
yeah. And the
that's
cat's been there
confusing.
for years, and it's really
That's confusing.
cute little cat who lays in the bed up on the counter, and you can just come in and pet Raven.
Hey, this is Native Roots Radio. Up next, Wendy with our sacred animal portion of the show. We'll be right back after this short break.
Stay with us.
Oh. Oh, this is Robert Pilot. For Native relatives, healing is more than just sobriety. It's reclaiming Indigenous masculinity as a sacred, balanced force. Join Hunter Thundercloud for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. We explore how personal recovery uplifts our communities. It's time men step back into roles as mentors and spiritual leaders. Recovery is collective, and it starts with us. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of every month at 6 p.m. for Native Roots Radio presents Controlled Fire. Let's tend the fire together.
Move up in a new career. Metro Transit is hiring bus drivers with paid training, great benefits, and starting pay at $29 plus per hour. No CDL? Metro Transit will help you get one. This is your chance to build a stable career while making a real impact in your community, connecting people where they need to go every day. Move up with Metro Transit. Learn more by visiting metrotransit.org. Again, that's metrotransit.org.
Culture prevents so many negative things from happening to us as individuals and as communities.
Strong roots begin with a healthy heart. For Indigenous women, heart health is part of caring for community, culture, and future generations. Even small steps can help protect what matters most. Discover ways to support your heart at hennepincounty.gov/hearts-beats, because your heart beats for generations.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis AIR. AIR stands for American Indian Relations. Guest host Christine McDonald talks to people about important things affecting the city's Native communities. Minneapolis AIR dives into topics like public safety, public health, elections, and so much more. Tune in to Minneapolis AIR on Native Roots Radio from 5 to 6 p.m. on the second Wednesday of every month, right here on AM 950.
Hi, I'm Jane Fonda, and you're listening to Native Roots Radio.
And we're back to Native Roots Radio presents I'm Awake, and this is Robert Pilot.
In this portion of the show, we'd like to bring awareness to our wolf and bear populations. Say no to the hunts.
No!
No! Rawr. That's supposed to be a bear.
I'm going to have to work on my bear.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I want to introduce my awesome and beautiful wife, Wendy. Wendy has been a animal advocate for many, many years and started with Native Roots Radio as one of the co-founders. Great to see you, and take it away.
Thanks a lot. Hey, everybody. My name is Hanajihi, which everybody knows, and that means cares for them. I was given that name by my Daga Curtis. Curtis goes by Mashke Hanajinga, which means walks on white clouds. I am a policy volunteer for Humane World for Animals, formerly known as the Humane Society of the United States, and I work on animal issues at the local and state level. It's always my pleasure to do that. So I'm always constantly looking for new animal information so I could bring to you. And I came across these videos of these little, like, people out on the ocean in their boats, and these little seals jumping on the back of the people's boats to escape the orcas coming to eat them. So these orcas are chasing this poor little seal, and the seals are jumping on the back of people's boats to escape getting eaten by the orcas. Kind of makes me sad. I mean, I know the orcas have to eat, and it's like the circle of life, but it's just, the seals are just so cute. I don't want them to get eaten, but anyway, these people are like, and once you watch one of those videos and you stay on there for a while, then you see another one and another one and another one. And they're really cute. So you could just Google them and watch them. They're really fun. Some of the people will, drive away with the seal on their back and, let the seal get off somewhere else where the orcas aren't. So they're rescuing them too. But I came across this article that I found really interesting. So I want to just share this with you. But humpback whales, those are totally different. Those are a whole different species of whales. So there's the humpback whales, and then we're talking about the orcas, which are the killer whales. They're called killer whales. And the orcas are the ones that you see in like SeaWorld and things like that. They do the tricks and stuff. But I encourage everyone to boycott SeaWorld or any aquarium that holds these beautiful animals. But anyway, these humpback whales are crashing orca hunts, seemingly driven by an instinct to rescue other animals. It's going to become more clear as I read this article. It's really very interesting. In one of the ocean's most unexpected mysteries, a seal is being hunted by a pod of killer whales, the orcas, when out of nowhere, two humpback whales rush in, massively and seemingly determined to stop the kill. This isn't a fluke. In a study of 115 documented cases, scientists observed humpbacks confronting orcas during hunts, and in nearly 90% of those cases, the humpbacks disrupted the attack. Even more surprisingly, many of the animals they protected weren't even of their own species. Yeah, seals, sea lions, gray whale, calves, even sunfish. The humpbacks showed up, placed themselves between predator and prey, used their massive fins to shield the victims, and sometimes physically lifted them out of the water. And then they left. No food, no reward, no obvious benefit. Some scientists believe that this behavior started as a protective instinct, evolved to defend their own calves, and is now being applied to any creature in distress. Others think it may point to complex social awareness or empathy in humpbacks, something we're only beginning to understand. As one researcher put it, it's almost as if humpbacks just don't like bullies. These whales have even been seen traveling long distances just to intervene. One report described humpbacks swimming for hours to reach a killer whale attack, only to chase the orcas off and then disappear into the deep again. Are these acts of instinct, emotion, or something we can't yet explain? We don't know. But in a world where survival often means silence, the humpback's defiance is loud, deliberate, and extraordinary. Now, if you want to learn more, Biddle Jason, did humpbacks try to save a seal from orcas? And you could see for yourself, National Geographic, September 7th, 2023. They actually have a picture of a humpback with his nose out of the water with a seal on top of his nose and an orca like coming towards it, and it looks like the humpback is actually saving the whale from the orca.
Wow.
Yeah, so a scientist was able to do that. So I just feel like, we don't know enough about, nobody knows why the humpbacks are doing this. Could be, like they said, instinct, or they're an instinct that they are protecting their own calf, but it's other species that they're doing, whether they don't like bullies or not, who knows. But maybe it is empathy. We're finding more and more about animals and their feelings and their social behaviors more and more as time goes past. So we really have to have an open mind. So if you want to read more about that, that's on National Geographic, and it's dated September 7th, 2023. I just thought that was really interesting, especially after I was watching those videos of the seals jumping off the, I would know if we were on our boat and a seal jumped on I know Robert has a terrible cough. Hope you feel better.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, if we were on a boat and the seal jumped on and we saw the orcas, I would definitely bring the little seal in and try to save it. I wouldn't want that to.
Well, those are better than the videos that I get. I get those porch bandits with the blowing up of paint and everything in their face when they steal packages. So you got a better biorhythm than I do.
Yeah, so it is. It depends on what you watch and what you're Googling, that brings your, what do you call it? Your biorhythm?
No, that's not what it's called. That's what's going wrong with
brainwashing of the internet.
Yeah.
So that you get to watch these.
And some of them are AI.
Yes, some of them are.
Always got to be careful of that.
You definitely do. And, a lot of these stories, what I do is, when I find these incredible stories, I'm like, wow, is this true or not?
Right.
But then you do check, you have to double check to make sure that, you're not telling a big fib.
Right. I've done that before.
Yeah, we all have, because it's
posted something.
You don't know. Yeah.
Somebody goes, is this real? And I went, I better Snopes it. Better go on Snopes.
You could do also ChatGTP. Sometimes you could put it in there and say, is this real? And then it'll tell you why it is or why they think it might not be, or stuff like that. So I
heard something crazy about ChatGTP, that every email is like a glass of water that they use.
I don't understand that.
Well, there are all these servers.
There's servers.
And then to keep them cool, because they get hot when people use them and they think a lot.
When you ask
they
them a
heat them up.
question?
Yeah, they heat up. Really? So they're running water through them. There's big happenings, protest happenings, because of course, where are they going to put them? They're going to put them in poor people's neighborhoods and out in the boonies, and they'll be taking all our water.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I know we have to be careful.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
know. Well, if you have some time on Thursday through Christmas, stop over at Southdale Mall in Edina.
You might see Wendy.
Yeah, I'm going to be in there. I'm thinking about maybe bringing an easel and painting there.
Wow, that would be cool.
One day when I'm off on a Friday or a Monday. But yeah, or Dayton's, go downtown Minneapolis to Dayton's and check it out. Their market there is spectacular.
It is, and it's busy. Hey, thanks, Wendy. What a great update as always. And again, I just wanted to say this too, that Sean Sherman's going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow.
Wow.
And that'll be very cool. And I can go, oh, I know him.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is cool. And he's already done the Ancestor one on PBS.
Yeah. Really exciting.
He's got a good agent. Hey, this is Native Roots Radio, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The city of Minneapolis is now on Native Roots Radio with Minneapolis Air. AIR stands for